Back for another update. Let's take another look at QNT today. What I'm thinking is this is an ABC flat correction. This correction has lasted, or you could say this reaccumulation range has lasted about 1,300 days now. I still do think that there's a little bit more downside to be seen over here. Now it's either QNT, this E wave of this larger B wave correction is likely going to terminate at around $64 to $62. In the scenario where we lose $64 and $62, it's likely going to come down to around 52 and 47 just to test this demand zone at the bottom of this range over here. You see this demand zone, how many times the market has reacted off of it? You see how many times it's reacted off of it here? Okay, many times. So it wouldn't surprise me that we come down, tap into it. You may see a what I like to call a suicide wick. Market goes into immense panic, thinking that it's likely going to continue on lower. But what we see over here is just a fifth wave within this B wave correction. Okay, so I'm thinking we tap into this demand zone and then see a pop back up to the median of this range sitting at 157. It would be a good DCA opportunity considering from around the 52 region, it's about a 200% gain. From 64, it's about 151%. So it wouldn't surprise me that QNT sees a pop up from around this level heading towards 662 to 726. Now, originally my targets for QNT were a lot higher. However, considering the way this correction is playing out and the way this reaccumulation structure looks, I'm thinking it may just top out at around 662 to 726. And of course, like when we get here, we'll take it level for level. There may still be more of a push to the upside, but we have to see when we get there. Now, to find these targets, all I did was I took a fib from the highest recorded price within this reaccumulation range down to the lowest recorded price in June 2022. And then I looked at all of these fibs on the linear scale to get more conservative targets. Now, what I'm thinking here on the macro perspective for QNT, we'll go up to the 3-day time frame. I'm thinking that it forms a little bit of a bigger base for a wave 5, right? This would be your leading diagonal within your wave 1. Notice how the waves are overlapping here. This is why it's called a leading diagonal, because it's the first wave, and then you have a bull market after it. So you have your wave 2, an ABC correction for your wave 2. For your bear trap, you have your wave 3 to the upside, and we may just be doing this wave 4, which will take some time to play out. So let me see here. So it may be a flat correction, it may be a running flat correction, right? Expanded flat. We'll have to see how deep this C wave goes, but what I'm thinking is we eventually do come back down to retest these range lows after hitting 726, around that area, 662 to 726. So this would be your wave 1, like this. This is your wave 2. And your wave 3, and then this is your ABC correction for your wave 2. Right over here. And then you have a full wave count. Now, I'm thinking that 700 gets hit, 662 to 726 gets hit for what's called your up thrust after distribution. So I'm thinking, now, usually when you have a range, or pretty much all the time, you're going to see deviations within that range, right? You're going to see deviations, and usually when you've gone down enough and sentiment and you can gauge sentiment is at a really low point, and you can see from the indicators that the price is oversold, you're likely going to see deviation above the range. So when you see deviation at the lower boundary of the range, you're likely going to make your way back up, take out all of these shorts lasting for over 3 years, and then take out all of these short stops lasting for over 3 years, and then we come up for our short squeeze for your deviation above the range highs before retracting back to the original position. So that's what I'm thinking here with QNT. We're just within a wave 4, and then for our wave 5, it's likely we're going to see over $1,600, right? So now all of the fundamental analysis that shows that QNT is a $2,000 coin, it's probably correct. However, it may just happen a little bit later on within the cycle of QNT. I hope you guys enjoyed the video today. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to let me know. Just remember that this over here is our invalidation level. So if we get a weekly close below the lowest recorded price of this range, sitting at around 46 to 42, then that would invalidate the scenario and we would have to reanalyze. In this scenario where it does get invalidated, then this would turn into a leading diagonal. You have an ABC for your wave 2, and then you come down for a wave 3, 4, and 5. Okay, but that's the least likely scenario in my perspective. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out and take it easy. See you in the next one.